Government shutdown still causing stress for thousands of American workers this morning after the president threatened mass firings Friday. According to the Department of Justice, more than 4,000 federal workers were laid off as the shutdown continues through its second week. Still on the job, FAA, TSA, and Customs and Border Protection employees all without pay. Meanwhile, lawmakers are still pushing to reach a solution at the Capitol.
It'll be a lot, and we'll announce the numbers over the next couple of days, but it'll be a lot of people, all because of the Democrats.
Republicans have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They decided to shut the government down.
Now, the president has ordered the Department of Defense to make sure active military do get paid next week, but it's not clear where the money is coming from within the department. However, the federal spending bill passed in July allocated billions into the Defense Department. And meanwhile, multiple U.S. officials say the U.S. Army is accepting a roughly $1 million donation to bring senior leaders to a conference in Washington, D.C. The donation is coming from a nonprofit association that serves the Army. Those funds will cover the travel, hotel rooms, and meals for many of the Army leaders and their staffs attending the annual Association of the U.S. Army Conference. The conference has been in question in the midst of the shutdown since it meant no funds for travel or per diems. Officials say the nonprofit usually donates money, but this new donation is on top of that amount. And last week, the president warned there's no guarantee that federal workers will receive back pay during the shutdown, which has been a longstanding policy. Now, during his first term in 2019, Trump signed legislation to ensure those workers get paid, but now he says it's up to Congress. Many have wondered if the government is allowed to refuse back pay. Kanisha Deese verifies.
As a result of the current government shutdown, thousands of federal workers have been furloughed, in some cases even laid off. But President Trump and others are questioning whether those workers are entitled to back pay once the shutdown ends. So, can the government refuse to give furloughed workers back pay? Let's verify. Our sources are Congress.gov, the White House Office of Management, and congressional leaders. Budget Senator John Thune, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. Following the last shutdown, President Trump signed the Government Employee Fair Treatment Act of 2019 into law, requiring back pay for federal employees after future shutdowns. However, a draft memo from the White House Office of Management and Budget says that the legislation that ends the current shutdown must include express language appropriating funds for back pay. Otherwise, such payments cannot be made. The memo argues that the 2019 Act only creates conditions for Congress to authorize those payments, and that's put Congress on the spot.
The law is clear. Every single furloughed federal employee is entitled to back pay. Period. Full stop. The law is clear, and we will make sure that that law is followed.
There are legal analysts who think that that is not something that government should do.
My assumption is that furloughed workers will get back pay.
So, yes, we can confirm that the Government Employee Fair Treatment Act itself does guarantee back pay following the resolution of a government shutdown. However, ambiguities make it possible for the White House to find a loophole in this law to withhold back pay from some employees.
All right, so if you have something you want verified, you can always reach out to us on Facebook, X, or send an email to news@13wmaz.com.